Last time we said Bitcoin is really a clock. A tower of locked in moments that nobody owns, stacking a new block roughly every 10 minutes. But that should bug you a little. Roughly every 10 minutes. Says who? There's no boss. No central server going, okay everyone, time for the next block. It's just tens of thousands of computers scattered across the planet, and none of them are in charge. So how does a leaderless crowd of strangers keep a steady beat? Why 10 minutes? Why not 1 or 60? That's today, and the answer is honestly the cleverest part of the whole design. What's going on, guys? This is Kev from 21 Sat Street. Hope you guys are having a great day today wherever you're watching. Right now I am sipping on a nice Costa Rican coffee right now, and I'll say this shamelessly because it's my brand. And for those who love Bitcoin, who love coffee, I'll leave a link down in the below, and you can get in contact with me on how to purchase a bag. But anyways, let's get right to it. So first off, let's slow down. What's happening every 10 minutes? All over the world, people are sending Bitcoin. Each of those payments goes into a kind of waiting room. Every 10 minutes or so, one computer on the network gets to scoop up a batch of those waiting payments, package them into a block, and stack it onto the tower. Done, confirmed, set in concrete. But here's the thing. Which computer gets to add the next block? If thousands of them want the job, who decides? Well, they compete. And the competition is basically a giant, dumb guessing game. Picture millions of computers all racing to guess the answer to a math puzzle. There is no skill, it's pure trial and error. Just guessing numbers as fast as possible. Trillions of guesses every second. The first one to stumble on a winning guess gets to add the next block and earn some brand new Bitcoin as a reward. You'll hear this thing called mining. Forget the pickaxe image that you have in your head, or that you're used to. It's really just a worldwide lottery that runs nonstop, and buying more lottery tickets means running more computers, which costs real electricity. That cost is the whole point, and we'll come back to as to why. For now, the only thing that matters, this guessing game, is what produces a new block. No game, no block. So if we want a block every 10 minutes, we need to control how hard the game is. Here's the puzzle the inventor had to solve. Computers get faster every year. The more people who join the lottery, the more guesses happen per second. So if the puzzle stayed the same difficulty, blocks would come faster and faster. Every 5 minutes, then every 2, then every 30 seconds. And then the clock would speed up and break. So Bitcoin does something elegant. It watches itself and it adjusts. Every 2 weeks, well actually every 2016 blocks, which works out to about 2 weeks, the network checks the math over the last stretch. Were blocks coming too fast or too slow? If blocks came out too fast because more computers joined or they got more powerful, the network automatically cranks the puzzle harder. More possible answers to shift through, so it takes longer to find a winner, back toward 10 minutes. And if the blocks came too slow, say a bunch of miners quit and unplugged, the network makes the puzzle easier, so the remaining computers can keep the beat. Nobody flips the dial. There's no committee, no vote. It's a rule baked into the software that every computer runs and checks. The network feels its own pulse and corrects itself over and over every 2 weeks for 17 years and counting. That's the bit worth sitting with. We're used to automatic, meaning a company server does it for you. This is automatic with no company. The thermostat has no owner. It just holds the temperature. So why 10 minutes specifically? Honestly, it's a deliberate compromise. Fast enough that payments confirm in a reasonable time, but slow enough that the block has time to ripple out to every computer on Earth before the next one's found. So the whole planet stays in agreement on what order things happen. 10 minutes was the sweet spot, and once it was set, the dial has defended it ever since. Now we can read this calendar properly. That big number climbing, that's the block height. Literally how many blocks have been stacked since the very first one in January of 2009. It's just a count. Block 1, block 2, all the way up to whatever it says right now at the time of this video. And unlike a normal clock, this counter can't be wounded back or fast forward. It only ever goes up one block at a time at a steady 10-minute heartbeat. It is in a real sense the most honest counter humanity has ever built because no one is allowed to touch it. Which raises a subtle thing. Notice the calendar shows you a date for upcoming events, like the next big milestone. But here's the catch. That date is always an estimate because blocks come every 10 minutes on average, not exactly. Some take 3 minutes, some take 20. So when the calendar says an event lands on a certain date, it's really saying at the current pace we'll hit that block number around then. The block number is certain. The calendar date is a best guess. The time chain knows exactly which block. It just can't promise the wall clock day. And that's generally a new way to think about time. The future measured not in dates, but in how many heartbeats away it is. So we got a steady heartbeat, an honest counter. But Bitcoin's calendar has bigger units than blocks. Every 4 years or so, something dramatic happens to the network. A kind of New Year's that the whole Bitcoin world goes to count down. It's called the halving. And it's the reason this clock has a rhythm of scarcity built into it. But that's next time. If the self-correcting dial gave you a little, wait, that's actually brilliant moment, that's the right reaction. Subscribe, and I'll see you for the halving. And also, and I didn't mention this in the last video as well, if there's something that I missed or something that I misspoke on, please leave it in the comments down below. Be more than happy to read it and even address it even in the next video. And until then, this is Kevin from 21 Sat Street. Peace.